you are new here, my name is Katie Curley and I am our hospitality manager, which means a lot of things. Mostly it just means that I cook tasty food and make the coffee and all of the fun stuff that helps church be a wonderful place to be. Hi friends, welcome to dinner party night. We are going to make a very quick sheet pan dinner that's super customizable to your family's tastes, to your comfortability with spices or flavors or whatever. And it's something that takes about 10 minutes to assemble and the oven does the rest of the work. So if you are like me, I love cooking. Cooking is what I do for a living, but sometimes I just can't be bothered, and I want something that's good, but also something that's easy, particularly when I'm entertaining. So this meal will feed between 4 to 6 people, depending on how hungry you are. So if you want to just have this with your family and re-engage around the dinner table, or invite some friends over that you haven't seen in a while, just for a really nice dinner around the table, on the back patio. It's very easy, super foolproof. So let's get started. Coffee for good luck. So the first thing I'm going to do, this is a tandoori style chicken sheet pan dinner. It's got potatoes, broccoli and cauliflower, some mushrooms, chicken thighs. You can use whichever kind of chicken you like. I love a chicken thigh, and I don't know if you've noticed, but like the chicken situation at the grocery store is bananas right now. So I just got some chicken thighs, but you can mix and match. You can get a whole chicken and cut it up, whatever you prefer. Go with your heart. But we are going to bloom our spices that are going to go in the yogurt, which marinates the chicken and the potatoes. So I've got ginger and garlic, lots of, because delicious. And then in here, I've got a nice little mix of cumin, chili powder, paprika, turmeric, garam masala, which are all spices you can find at the regular grocery store. If you want to swap stuff out and do more of like, taco seasoning, or maybe more like an Italian thing with some like thyme and oregano, have fun with it, mix and match. And then we're going to marinate it in some plain Greek yogurt. Don't get vanilla, that would be weird. I love marinating chicken in yogurt. The acid in it helps denature the chicken. It creates, makes it tender but juicy. And then the yogurt itself gives the spices something to hold on to for the outside of the chicken. So it is one of my, instead of marinating like in buttermilk or even just in plain olive oil, I like to do yogurt a lot for chicken. It just complements really well. So that is what we are going to do. So I'm going to take my pan, turn it on to like a medium. And then once it gets warm, we're going to add a neutral oil. So that's something like not extra virgin olive oil, regular olive oil, avocado oil, something like that. You don't really want to do coconut. It burns really quickly and it's really flavorful. Sesame oil, same sort of thing. It's really flavorful. It burns quickly. So we just want something that we can get nice and warm, and it's not going to impart too much flavor. We want quite a bit of it. So I'm pretty much going to coat the bottom of my pan here. Whoopsie. I'm going to let it get hot. I'm going to add my garlic to it and ginger and my spices. All right, so we're going to go ahead and add this stuff in and start sauteing it. We want to get a little color on our garlic. Ginger, I minced it really, really fine. I like shaved it so that I don't get those nice woody strings. Not nice woody strings that kind of happen in ginger sometimes. If you don't like ginger, leave it out. This is totally up to you. All right, so now that this is going really nice in the oil, we're going to add all of these spices and let it bloom, which essentially means we're going to toast them. It's going to help impart this really good spicy flavor into the oil and just amplify our spices' ability to flavor the things around it. We don't want to burn it, so we're going to keep an eye. And then as soon as we feel like we're at a good spot, we're going to pull it off the heat and set it to the side. All right. And that's kind of the hardest part of this whole process, is toasting our spices. The next thing we're going to do is take a bowl and we're going to chop a little under, I'm sorry, a pound of some Yukon Gold potatoes. I've got the little mini ones. I'm just gonna cut them in half. Some of them in fours if they're really big, like this guy. Gonna do the same thing with one jalapeno. This is optional, but I'm just gonna cut mine into rings. My husband really likes jalapeno, and so if you don't want quite so spicy, you can cut it down the middle and scoop out the seeds and the stem, this white part in the middle. But I'm just gonna leave these in whole rings so that he can munch on them. It comes out of the oven. And then to that, we're gonna add chicken thighs. Now these for me are bone in and skin on. There's 4 big ones, but if you wanna get 6 small ones or whatever you like, and I'm just gonna score the top. I just cut little slices into the top of the chicken so that the skin can get really crispy and a lot of that flavor can go all the way through to the meat. And it's gonna go in the bowl with the potatoes. All right, so then I've got my plain Greek yogurt. I'm gonna put about a cup or so in with my chicken, 2 tablespoons of lime juice, and our spices. The turmeric is gonna give it that nice yellow color that if you've ever had tandoori chicken, it's kind of got that nice yellow tint to it. It's from the turmeric, which is a really lovely, mild, but pungent flavor. Mix, mix, mix. And then we're gonna let this to sit. You could do this part the night before and let it sit overnight. You can do it as you're getting the house ready for something else. I'm gonna leave it on the counter for about 30 minutes and then we're gonna come back and pop it in the oven. All right, it's been 30 minutes. My chicken smells so good. And I'm just gonna kind of take it. I'm gonna lay out the chicken thighs. I'm sorry, first. Forget this. I'm using my hands. And kind of put them in the center. And then I'm gonna take these potatoes and kind of sprinkle them around. And you're gonna say, but there's still plenty of room on that pan. Yes, there is. We are going to place this in the oven at 425 degrees for about 20 minutes. And then in 20 minutes, we're gonna add the rest of the veggies. So this is kind of a multi-step process, super easy. Look, dirty hands. Turmeric will stain your fingers, so don't freak out. It's good for you. All right, so this is going in an oven. And I will see you in 20 minutes. All right, our chicken has just a few minutes left in the oven for this first round. And so while we wait, we're gonna finish our veggies. So I've got about 4 cups of broccoli, 4 cups of cauliflower, and about 8 mushrooms. And I figure I don't wanna waste yogurt and spices that are in this bowl, so I'm going to dump this in, bowl in the sink. Take a little more oil just to kind of help coat it really well. And some whole cumin seeds. You could use the cumin or fenugreek, which is another Indian spice. But of course, if you feel like you're never going to use it again, don't buy it because then you just are stuck with it in your fridge. So I'm going to throw these cumin seeds in there. If you want to use powdered, you absolutely can. And then I am going to try to get as much of this yummy yogurt out of this bowl as possible. All right, our chicken is halfway done. Watch out for the steam. And it's already looking really yummy. I'm starting to get a little color on it. So then we are going to take the broccoli and the mushrooms and the cauliflower, and we're just going to fill in all the spaces where there's nothing. Broccoli, we're almost done. Now, if you prefer zucchini or carrots or any other veggie, you can totally swap this stuff out. I think cauliflower tastes really nice with this tandoori chicken and broccoli. And all right, we're gonna throw a little salt, a little pepper over the top. And it's gonna go back in the oven for another 20 minutes. Friends, I've just pulled the chicken out of the oven, and we have one last teeny tiny step before our sheep pan dinner is ready to feed our friends. So I have taken my oven and switched it on to from 425 to broil. So that's what we're doing right now. We're broiling. And I'm gonna take one red onion, because I'm an onion girl. We're gonna sprinkle over the top. You can skip this. You can skip anything. It's your house. I'm not gonna know that you didn't put onion on this. I mean, unless you tell me, but that'd be weird if you told me. And it's gonna go in the oven on broil for like 3 minutes. Just to char the onion a little bit and to give a nice little crispy crust to our chicken and veggies. While that's going, once it pops out, you can serve it as is. You can make a little bit of rice to go with it. Just depends on what you like. I'm gonna serve mine with a little bit of mango chutney. Certain days I'd make that myself, but if it's a busy night and you're trying to just serve some food, that's fine. Just kind of pull this out of the jar, give it a good stir. It's really nice on the chicken. It'd be really good with the veggies. So just have some fun with it. But the mango chutney is super optional, but I think we will have that with our dinner tonight. And we, my friends, are done. It's got some fresh onion. It's a little bit soft. We've got the crispy chicken and potatoes, the yummy veggies. It's seasoned really nice, and it's an entire meal with one pan and maybe like a bowl's worth of dishes to do. So if you wanted to, you could make some rice to go along with it. You know, have some fun with it. You could serve it with some naan bread or something like that to, you know, add a little pizzazz. So if that looks like you cooking dinner for your family or having some people over for the first time in a while, I think that my hope is always that cooking feels like something you get to do, not something you have to do. So things like this are super easy. You can swap out the meat, you can swap out the veggies. Just have some fun with it and use your time and energy to invest in the people around you. It's much more enjoyable than standing over a hot stove all by yourself. So happy cooking, happy eating. I'll see you again soon. Bye.